Today we're going to be doing a crew cab rear seat upgrade. The seat here is out of a 2016 Silverado going into a 99 OBS crew cab truck. The kit we're going to be using today will fit all 2014 to 2018 Silverado Sierra crew cab rear seats into all 1992 to 2000 crew cab trucks, Chevy or GMC. The kit will also work with most 2007 to 2013 crew cab rear seats, but I do ask for you to send me a picture of what you got because there are some models that do not work with this kit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the kit we're going to be using to get this thing installed. So this is the kit we're going to be using to install the rear seat. Kit consists of passenger side sandwich plates, center riser. All this is all made out of 7-gauge steel laser cut, hardened threaded inserts, driver's side sandwich plate. We've got 4 nut plates we're going to be using, and all the hardware is going to be 10 millimeter, 10.9 grade hardened metric bolts. Okay, I went ahead and removed the cushion from the seat. This is going to give you a better visual of how all these brackets mount. Got our sandwich plate, passenger side, center riser. We're going to focus over here on the driver's side first. This is where your body mount is located, underneath this little plate right here. It's going to take a screwdriver, pry it up. Obviously already done mine. Get rid of it. You're going to see that body mount sticking up a little bit. You're going to take your bottom sandwich plate. It's going to kind of work it in there like that. And it's going to sit higher on this side over here than this side. So what we want to do is just kind of line up one of these. It can be either one of these. Take our top plate, set it in that recessed area. Make sure it's fully in that recessed area. It's not sitting on one of the corners. Okay, that's perfect. And then what you want to do is take one bolt and get started. You just want to start trying to capture a few of those threads. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then what you can do is bring it up, and then you can see now I can get all the other 3 in there. So I'm going to put the phone down, go ahead and do that real quick, and get back to you. I got all 4 in there now. You can see I can still lift up on a little bit. That way I can kind of just make sure that this plate is 100% sitting in that recessed area, which it is. I'm going to take my drill. Again, I've hand threaded all these to start with. You don't need to use any power tools yet. And then I'm going to slowly just start creeping up on these things. Okay. You see how that one's raised up there? Okay. I want to continue to verify that that is sitting inside that recess, because this is going to perfectly locate your outer holes once it's done right. Okay, I'd say that's 100% on the money. I'm going to go ahead and get these things. Now that is one secure mount right there. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one real quick, and then we'll do the center mount. Okay, so I got the seat kind of flipped over here. See obviously this is going to go in there. Our center mount right here. Basically we're going to bolt that in real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and just hand tightened the center riser bracket down, and I went ahead and hand tightened the outside brackets as well. This is a good time to tell you about the one mod you do need to get done on this, and it needs to be done before this step. You're going to open up this hole right here about 1/4 inch. So the factory hole would have started right here where my finger's at. You're going to open it up that way about 1/4, 3/8 of an inch. Reason being, if you try and just use this factory hole right here, the seat's not going to sit centered. and then the plastics are going to bind over here, and you're going to have a very difficult time doing it. So go in there with either a die grinder, large drill bit, step bit, something to open it up, and then you're going to use the factory nut for the seat belts. You're going to reuse your seat belt onto this stud. So one mod we need to do to the outside plastics is to eliminate this raised riser area right here, along with this one as well. If we don't, the plastic's going to pinch too hard up against the seat belts, and it's going to be difficult to get this thing in there. 100% centered up. It's time to start marking our holes where we're going to drill. We're going to be this one right here. We got the two back ones here, this one, that one back here, and then this one over here. We're going to mark those 4. We're going to be reusing the nut from the seat belt after you put your seat belt back here. This one over here, we're not going to be doing. I tried drilling through this one, and it turns out there's a rib underneath here. You're not going to be able to get a nut plate on. But since this bracket is actually bolted together, it's kind of like one bracket. So this front one's going to be more than enough, because the majority of the torque comes from this back bracket here. Let's go ahead and get these drilled out. Let's start dropping bolts through these holes here. Get up underneath. Start. This one down here. I already started the nut plate on that one there. Nut plates look like underneath the vehicle. So here's your actual seat belt bolt coming through. And you see how close this bolt is. It's got to probably sit, the nut plate will sit on top of this slightly, not a big deal. Just crank down on it, you're going to be fine. And then we've got the passenger side center riser and the driver's side center riser. Obviously your driver's side outside will be the same as this passenger one over here. All right, gang, we are finished. This thing has got a factory look to it. Fits in there perfect. Right above that window right there. And you still get all the same function you would when they were installed in the original truck. Now the back will flip down. To prevent it from flipping down, the factory had like these little U hooks in here built into the back of the cab. You can get some U bolts, but you end up having to drill a hole through the back of the cab. I don't really recommend doing that. I would say just get some industrial strength Velcro. I mean, this thing's sitting on an angle and it's back there pretty hard. I don't really see it even flopping forward on its own, but in the event it does, some Velcro should be more than enough. Belts go, you're just gonna be reusing the original shoulder belt right here. This truck didn't come with any seat belts, so I can't really show it off on this one, but you've got your bolts down there, one down here and one on the other side that the factory belts buckles would have mounted to, and they'll just clip in. Just keep everything original. In the event they're not long enough or you want to change it around, you could always take the front seat belts. If you do a front seat swap, transfer those to the rear, and they will definitely stick up tall enough to come through here. This side you may want to do some sort of like fabric belt, fabric buckle. I know Amazon has a lot of universal type belts you can pick up for relatively cheap. But anyway, if you're looking to do a crew cab rear seat swap, go to obsoutpost.com. That's where you can order up the brackets. If you got any questions, you can always email me here at dan@obsoutpost.com. And thank you for taking the time to watch.